I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. Donald Trump is the true heir to Ronald Reagan. Now, mark my words, as someone who was a young Reaganite who worked for President Reagan, history will remember Trump in a similar way. It's not exactly identical, but the way that history remembers Reagan. And it's, of course, it's not just the assassination attempt, but the way Reagan changed the Republican Party and the way Trump is changing the Republican Party. An unlikely hero, an unlikely person to do all that and inspire us, yes. But both of them will go down in history in a similar way. Joining us now, and I'm so excited, the stars of the film Reagan, of course, releases in all theaters on August 30th. Dennis Quaid, who plays President Reagan in the upcoming film, and Dan Lauria, who plays Speaker of the House, Tip O'Neill. Both of you, what a great honor to meet both of you.
Pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Don't you love
Laura?
it when say big fan, long time big fan?
Yeah, really, thank you.
Tell us, I'll start with you, Dennis. I know Reagan, and you've said in many interviews, is your favorite president. But to have done this film, to be at this convention after the almost tragic events for the President Trump on Saturday, obviously the loss of life there, and now your film coming out, obviously the assassination, such an attempt, such an important part of all of this. What is this feeling like?
I think Reagan was the last president that was shot at, in fact, and here it comes again. And he handled that with such dignity and aplomb, and it really propelled the rest of his presidency. From there, the entire nation, I think, got behind him. Certainly Congress did.
Yeah.
There was a honeymoon period with that, wasn't there?
You left out humor.
Yeah, that's what Margaret Thatcher, in her tribute to Reagan at Reagan's funeral in June of 2004, noted Reagan's humor and optimism after the assassination attempt, especially, and how it actually gave his presidency a greater sense of purpose. And the Democrats, by the way, at the time saw that as well, Dan.
Oh, Tip O'Neill definitely did.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, one of the first things Tip O'Neill said to Ronald Reagan after he was shot, he went to see him at the hospital, and he said, "You'll do anything for a vote."
I think this film is going to be so big for so many reasons, not just the great acting. Of course, both of you are unbelievably seasoned and such well-respected, celebrated actors. But at this moment in our country's history, it's a time that we really need to be reminded of our wonders of our history.
Yeah, first off, I think that it's meant to entertain. That's what all movies are. But at the same time, those maybe born after 1985 can get a glimpse of what this country was, and those that were alive at that time can be reminded of what this country still can be.
And the 80s are all over. We're all over this convention. We have a clip from the film. We're going to show it. Let's watch.
There's a big job left to be done, and whatever time I have left, it belongs to him.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
I love that. I mean, of all the incredible, poignant moments in that film, that's got to be one of the top 3 or 4. What did that mean to you, given the bitterness and the divisiveness today, but that moment of prayer and camaraderie across party lines?
You know, Tip and Ronald Reagan at the very beginning of his presidency said, you know, we're going to be bitter political enemies during the day, but after 5 o'clock, we're just a couple Irishmen having a beer. And they continued that.
Yeah. And Roman Catholic Tip O'Neill, obviously. Reagan was not Catholic, but you saw that, and you really got that. You got that humor of O'Neill.
But they really exemplified what could be and what still can be in this country.
And they, you know, I always ask people, what do you want to see that's not in the books? And almost everybody I knew who knew both of them said their laugh. They could make each other laugh. And that brought a cohesiveness, and they were able to work through things. Even though they might have disagreed, they found common ground to work on.
And the amazing thing, when I was thinking about that moment in the film and just reminded of that time in the 80s, there was bitterness. Don't get me wrong. It was brutal. I mean, I was in college with Ronnie Reagan.
Remember? He was going to get us into a nuclear war at any
He was sleeping in the
moment.
afternoon.
The economy was falling apart.
He was dumb. He was it was the same old stuff. But at the same time, there was a great sense of national pride and patriotism, which we needed desperately coming off of the 70s.
He really did. You know, during Carter, God bless him, there was we were self-admitted by him a feeling of malaise in the country, and Ronald Reagan came back and taught us that, hey, we're not going down, we're going up.
Well, that is it for us tonight.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.